This is the deck that people would run into and report you for barcoding, basically. So good luck, everybody else.
I mean, I this is.
Just they run it back.
And I will
Over Prison Yogg. Carrion Stays versus Shimmer Shot. Both good. Based off our last deck, though, the one thing with Carrion Stays, I don't know, you can hit. I'm gonna go Carrion Stays. I'm not sure if it's even right, but like you can hit like Kolagarn, for example. Go for this. This might activate. Secret that's true. Maybe I just take this. You're not likely at mechs, right? Because I don't think there's any class mechs. Well, there's the one magnetic thing, right? I mean, this at least gives us damage if nothing else. I think our last deck was lacking. Ball Spires you just take. Do I take a Mountain Bear? Like, Revenant's a better card on average than Mountain Bear, but we already have 2 Revenants, so I might just take Mountain Bear to be different, basically. It's probably the plan. One card there. There's the Buzzard. Oh yeah, you can also have Buzzard Office Studies. Grab this. Okay, now we are the high roll deck. It very much appears that now we are the high roll deck. Ugh. I'm gonna take this, but we're a little top heavy. I don't want to be this top heavy, but oh my god. I kind of want Candle Shot, but I mean, we have Buzzard, so last deck we never got to do that combo. I think I'll take a heal here. Explosive is... Oh, I even have the synergy for it. Do I actually take... Maybe I actually take Explosive here. I don't usually draft this card, but this is an unusual deck already. Normally Apothecary is a better card. They're both like cards that fit the deck right now. What's funny is like actually discounting this to 5 because I don't have any 5s right now. That's actually a pretty big deal. I think I'll take this actually. Do I just load up on these things? Possible you're just supposed to take Scout just to have something to actually play early on because that's a really good 2-drop to have. I'm probably supposed to actually. Like it's by far the discipline pick here. You get rewarded for playing undisciplined sometimes nowadays. Well, it's not as good of a 2 because the armor kill doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna YOLO. Bark Stripper. Obviously, Mage Scribe is not even remotely worth thinking about. Bark Stripper is really good though. It's probably better to have something like that in our deck though. We got another Buzzard, so that's huge. Oh my god, another Tremors too. Okay. This is when we say good luck, everybody else. This deck is already this deck already has twice as many premium cards as our last deck did. And our last deck was actually technically a high roll. I mean, I'm just gonna play Buzzard on 2 every game, right? So I don't need like Quick Shot for turn 2. In theory, right? I don't know. This is slightly greedy, but I think it's okay. I probably do take Broom here though. Because at this point this is just a little bit overkill. I have so many, like Broom with the Tremors also is insane. I think you just take this. I think not taking the Broom there is a little bit insane. I actually kind of want an Acolyte, but I mean we have Yogg. This card's kind of insane. Damn, I couldn't have had Acolyte in this bucket. That would have been good. Drawn when we at 36%. We probably want one of these. Anoitron's really good with all the Buzzards. It is like really good with the Buzzards, so it's a lot better than it would be. But having one saddle up is good. Probably take a Miner. Deadly Shot would be fine, but Breeder ensures we always have Buzzard. I probably just take that. Is it guaranteed? It's not actually. It's technically not guaranteed. We have 5 beasts, but I think we still go for it. It makes them a lot more consistent. We can do some pretty good lock and load turns, actually. I probably just want a minion though, to be honest. This is a minion that gets very well buffed up by the buzzards also, so here Burrow Buster's just OP. I just don't need draw, right? I mean Buster's also kind of draw. It's better. And we probably just take Worshipper. We don't really have weapon. We only have the 1-star strongbow. Worshipper like functions as curve basically too. These are all fine. Like they're all above average treasures. Worshipper is probably just the best. It'd be nice to have poison just to actually have the ability to remove something. But we're trying to roll people over anyway. Before that even becomes like a real problem. And this can deal with stuff, and we have other ways to deal with stuff. We have this. I think Worshipper is just too good though. Yeah, this is an 86, or this is like close to like possibly a 1 in 100 high roll. This is the deck that people would run into and report you for barcoding basically. So good luck everybody else. I just coin buzzard. Especially against that. I need to coin this now so that I have a 1-2 to kill one of those things. To not immediately die. Am I supposed to... I probably just play one of these. It's weird, like... I mean, like, you could trade Broom, but I think it's actually better to just give up one of these. Oh my god. Good luck, opponent. You got 4 damage, though. You got this, bro. Oh my god, I'm still dying. Quicker in gameplay. I might lose because I broomed too early. I'd probably lose, actually. I'm taking this volley. I can get an explosive trap from this, maybe. Taunt's nice, I guess. I mean, he has to choose. If he's going to push all his damage, he's probably going to hopelessly lose board. Hunter barcode versus Hunter barcode game. Basically, yeah. We're literally just staring in the mirror. He has the same skin as us. Oh, he trades. I need to just go as efficiently as possible. That's the problem, is that he went first, so that might be why we lose. We'll see. I mean, as long as we can just not die here, basically. He's still trading, so. I'm gonna have to trade into the 7/7. I reduce the most damage, we just need to not die. It's all that matters. Imagine we actually get outvalued in this by this guy too.
Yeah, I don't need.
Do I bear or do I? Because I can clear if I Frostwing. I can also rely on the bear. He hasn't played his treasure yet, right? The problem is you can play bear and then get Holy Booked and then lose immediately. Weak side of this if he happens to have like a giant weapon like a bow like we have. You could die, but that's pretty uncommon, I feel like. Fulgrim also like instantly kills us. I'm literally looking in the fucking mirror. But he won the coin flip, so we're the one dying. Ah, the best possible RNG next. I mean, this is... I'm running out of things to say about how ridiculous this is. I probably still want to get this down. Even though it's my whole turn this way. Am I supposed to actually kill? I'm not sure. Like, maybe because this is a mech, I'm supposed to kill this one. You always kill them when you don't want balance. Well, either of them are really bad if they bounce them, so... That's one of the things to think about though, yeah. Everything that's annoying about this guy's just literally been vomiting cards the whole time. This would have been nice to have earlier. I guess I don't need taunt right now, so I'm still gonna tempo these, right? And which of these is gonna be the most useful? I probably still don't need this. It might be this actually. Could be this.
Victory is in my grasp.
I mean, this is... At least currently this is pretty good. I don't know, I'll try this.
The widow embraces me.
I will drain you.
So time to start pushing back though. Old arena player here saying, no way this arena game. Welcome to modern arena where... I mean, most games are not this insane, but this isn't exactly unusual, it's just unusual to have a game like this at 0-0. It doesn't really matter which way I trade, right? Oh. I'm glad I checked that first.
Although green is very good.
Actually, it does matter now. I was like, I might as well do this first. I forgot this card was actually in. So we actually survived, and he should be out of shit, right? We haven't seen his legendary even, but all the AoEs. Oh yeah, we saw his flint here, right? Actually, yeah. I need a hero power raise, so I do this first.
I will drain you.
Standard 0-0 game.
Versus Valera.
Watch your back.
I will never serve.
Oh, greetings.
Time for games.
That is a draw.
I lead from the front. The widow
I will
embraces me.
drain you.
This thing's pretty annoying, so I think we just kill that first. We'll continue playing infinite unbeatable bullshit after that. Sometimes it might not be a problem, but when you're just gonna play a bunch of like 5/2s, like if he actually gets like 2 divine shields, it kind of negates like everything, so it'd be kind of bad. I mean, most people don't do that. Judge used to do that, where he actually hit it during the queue. The problem is that it's like really bad viewership wise, I think, if you actually do that. As a streamer, you actually want to minimize the time between games as much as humanly possible. So like, if anything, the best thing to do to not sabotage your own viewership is probably just to get out of the game as soon as possible and then get into the next, hit the Q button as quickly as possible to give people the least time possible to snipe you, basically.
Finally, my ancestors are useful.
Seems reasonably good here. I can't even like use all of this value. I probably just play this, but then I still just throw these guys out, right? They're already big enough, basically. I have like too many buzzards. I can't even use them all. I have too much OP bullshit. Was that a good turn 5? Against the Shaman, it would just get board cleared instantly. You guys remember Blade Fury, by the way? Blade Flurry? He's actually dealing pretty well with what we're doing. That works. So I have to take the double trade here, which is painful. I think it's like the most insane value ever. Then the bears. The funny thing is, if he has like ways to steal this, we could actually lose this game.
You don't pick the ones, eh?
I mean, this is also huge, but Let's give him a chance to make it interesting by having a is it showered steel? That's not it. From your opponent's class, I don't think, well, he can get a poison rush lad, but what's up, Jordan? How you doing? He's excited by this card. This card must be very exciting. That's not what he needed. That was a death route. It could have been a Kolagarn. But turns out it was actually not a Kolagarn.
Let the hunt begin.
I would have tossed this to try to find a better minion, but honestly, once this gets hand buffed twice, it's already pretty good, so... We have the Broom, too. And he didn't play Tremors on one, so we shouldn't have a repeat of the first game. Okay, stop drawing all my worst cards, please, though. I mean, this is the only bad card in my deck, right? I drew my single worst card. The second worst card is like Elven Archer, which is not even bad. My third worst card, I guess, is like this thing. That's the thing, I have no bad cards in this deck. This card's not particularly good either, but just in this deck. Or really any Hunter deck, but... you think he freezes this? Science? You think he snipes this? Yeah, I'd probably just play one of these here. I don't want to coin and maybe give him a cat trick. That would actually be pretty bad. Damn, I drew all my buzzards. I can't discover more of them. That's a tragedy. Actually, I probably want a Frostwing in my hand, don't I? I'll just do that. It's like I always hit it, right?
I have no time for games.
I'm actually gonna overdraw. I don't really care, to be honest. Like I actually don't think. I mean, if I lose, it's just like nothing's that big of a deal. Do I coin now?
Is in my grasp.
I think so. It is a cat trick. Which basically negates the coin, but it's fine. Is the Broom more valuable than this? It might actually be better to just throw this out there anyway. I'm not sure actually. The Broom might just be more valuable than this thing. We have so much power, it almost doesn't matter what we do. Okay. Why is Shaman considered top in the arena meta? The new Excavate stuff kind of broke Shaman. those cards specifically are just really strong. Particularly because there's also Conductivity, which was not the greatest card before, but suddenly once you have Excavates that it triggers, those cards suddenly just become insanely powerful. You just have to do this, I guess. I don't want that thing to live, so let's take damage now. I feel like a Dex at tracking is really high value too, but honestly, tracking might have just been better, but Quick Shot does feel very nice to have right now. I just hope after this. Can I stop facing Hunter mirrors, like, please? Wait, this is 3 in a row, right? No, it was a rogue last time. Yeah, it's kind of the thing. I mean, I actually think, I think Conductivity digging, because of that, like, being a thing, I think Conductivity just needs to be banned from the game straight up. Just needs to be deleted from Arena. They can't do this currently, but, like, I mean, I would, if I could, I would delete it from Discovers too. Like, it's just, that's just, like, too good. It's something you can't play around in Arena either. You know, it's kind of like, it's the same reason, like, Mind Control Tech got banned, right? Like, it's just, in Constructed, you can at least say, like, oh yeah, well, you made the strategic decision to play minions on the board. But in Arena, it's like, you're kind of supposed to play minions. It's kind of what the mode does, you know? You don't really have a choice, typically. So I was gonna do this, but maybe I should probably just play this guy down instead. I mean, it's one thing with Modern Arena is that you sometimes actually do have the ability to just not play minions ever, but instead of this, I could have hit with this and hero powered, and he'd be at like 3 health, but there's, yeah, it's like Conductivities. I mean, Conductivity is like the single, I don't know if it's the highest, but it's like, it used to be a horrifically bad win rate, and suddenly it's like one of, if not the single highest win rate cards in the entire class. Just because of meta changes. Just because how much more synergy there is for it now. I feel like this never hits taunt. Are there just no taunt death rolls? There's the demon. There's the Death Knight one actually. Conductivity digging is like a drilly, except it also just casts pretty much one-sided twisting nether on the opponent at the same time, which is ridiculous.
Let the blight begin.
I will never serve.
We actually got Conductivity Holy Book today too. We had like Reborn Reska to counter it, and then we still lost that game because I think that was one of the barcodes. I think that was just like an obvious barcode. Okay, every beast we draw is nice because that means it's more likely we draw the other buzzards. Did not do that, but I guess we'll take this now rather than, if you play this, it probably just dies. Used to play a lot of Rogue and generate Conductivity. Yeah, if you get like Jades or something, there's certain things you can hit. it just wasn't very, connectivity wasn't very consistent before. It'd be a nice thing to generate sometimes, as you say, but it was pretty inconsistent before. But now there's just so many spells that it works with in Shaman, it's just completely broken. Because even just using it with Wind Chill is really good, you know, just as an example. You get like almost a Sprint and a Frost Nova combined for like 3 mana, right? I would love to have 1 more mana so I could Frostwing and Worshipper. Yeah, pre-hit my guy, do you? Nothing bad happened, don't worry. It's not what I would expect him to double coin out, but okay. I'm carrying my top deck, so... It's where if he hits the poison stealth, you lose your mind basically. Because of this, the Charmer is kind of useless, so I'm just gonna Hero Power. It's probably not worth even playing those. He might just not be able to deal with this already. Ah, that's how you did it. Makes a lot more sense now. He still could have played those spells next turn, but if he had no other play that turn, it made sense. Still, it's like, it's funny. He would honestly need like an Annoyatron or something to just not immediately die. If he's taking this damage, he's kind of dead. He has Frenzy too. That is going to help him live. You think you can heal? Well, the problem is I don't even have like a clean lethal setup either. I'm assuming he can at least taunt. I'm thinking it's like you play one of the 7s probably.
I have no time for games.
I hope he just can't deal with it amazingly and it stalls out basically. I actually think he played this one. Oh, this one's buffed already. Yeah, it's probably this one. It's awkward. Like, he's gonna be able to clear this all the way, but it's gonna cost him so much. There's a world where you want to do this one because he might ignore it and taunt, and then you just get through the taunt, but we don't have great ways to get through the taunts either, so it's like... weird. It's kind of afraid we just... we're kind of in the same position this turn. I do this so I'm less likely to die straight up. I probably can't die as is, but...
Vengeance is near.
Yeah, I mean, I think we do this. Nice. He has to just keep trading. And then it's a Noitron or bust basically. Not quite.
I will drain you.
That's terrifying. I forget what even fuck happened. Like, I was like half asleep for half a turn, and then suddenly we were down like 15 mana worth of stats. Because I could have prioritized playing the treasure earlier to just get that damage in, which would have allowed us to kill him. But I mean, I didn't think that was necessary. I'll keep the treasure. I'll toss everything else. I would like to have Frostwing, but keeping Frostwing, we don't even have the Buzzard, is a little stupid, probably. Oh god. Nice coin, bro. This deck has so much value. I mean, yeah, like, we haven't even drawn, like... we have a Prison of Yogg, by the way. We have not even drawn it yet once. I'm gonna hope we draw play here. If we don't, we're still getting value out of this thing repetitively, most likely, by playing it early. The later you play it, the more likely it just dies. That is a play.
I will drain you.
Hit, 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 hit. Or mark shot, hit, hit. I guess we mark shot, right? Mark shot could probably give us draw somehow. And double tapping minions in current year. That's what we do here. I'm probably just gonna rip the lock and load instantly. Oh. I was gonna say it might actually be worth creating there. It's a little weird. Normally you wouldn't even think about that. Probably want taunt, I guess. Just more taunt. Oh wait, this is actually good. There's no way I can actually afford to play that though.
Victory is in my grasp.
Stone fur is so soft. Magic and magma go hand in hand.
I have no time for games.
So a choice of this or both of these next turn. This is literally like the 7th fucking Dr. Holiday I faced today. Like, can they at least get creative?
Victory is in my grasp.
Spires into Viper, that is a thing, yeah. You think, I guess we do that? Do I have to kill this? I kinda need to go face for obvious reasons.
I have no time for games.
I'm getting really sick of this card because it's like this is actually like the 6th one of these today, at least. I think we beat 2 or 3 of them. Perfect board clear. This is pretty good actually. I can play this and have it get. I know, honestly, I need to get like more value out of this, I guess. He wouldn't expect us to have this. You know, I mean, this is the game we just didn't. We didn't not only not draw the 3 buzzards, we also didn't draw the breeder. Not that it would have necessarily mattered because this card would just beat us anyway, probably. We could have like the full strength of our entire deck, and this one card would just automatically win the game anyway. We're pretty good at rolling these things. Okay, we found a buzzard. Is that helpful? It's a little late at this point. Well, unfortunately, I need a tortoise just to kill that fucking thing. I mean, rush was good on that thing, but getting the thing that clears our own board is not ideal. I mean, that was a misplay. It currently does not really matter. Yo, Dose, some coffee with the raid. Dose forced you here. Dose tends to do stuff like that. Should be careful about that. Am I dead? I might be dead. I'm at 1 actually. We say the raid Dose. How are you doing? 50-hour stream, and we'll probably end around 12. This time. Hopefully. If I gain my own freedom back somehow. No. Is there any world where I'm not dead? I mean, no, right? Like, this would actually be pretty amazing if I wasn't just dead straight up already. Don't know Dose, check him out. Most people already know Dose, but I'm the greatest, possibly the greatest arena streamer. Check me.
I will never serve.
YouTuber. Well, I also haven't streamed for a week, so. Sometimes I go in bursts. On the bright side, it's not possible to get worse luck than the last run, because this would be a deck that could honestly probably go 12-0 pretty easily, but I mean, not if you run into a game like that.
You are the shadow's puppet. You are the shadow's puppet.
If we didn't have Worshipper, this would just be another instant loss.
I will train you.
Worshipper will at least save us from instantly losing here. I think sleeve this Kolst is fractionally. What does that even mean?
I will train you.
Heavy ball redeemed.
This is a really good, I mean, it's a really good Frostwing, but I want to get this down, obviously. I mean, this is just so clean, actually. Like, pushing all this damage, saving all the health is relevant, so.
Drink with me, friend.
I will train you.
Worshipper feels so good on curve. I mean, if you just play it and it doesn't die, you pretty much automatically win. I'm gonna trigger out this. I probably just see what I do out here though. I guess we'll just tempo this. 10-gallon hat. I just want to tempo something. Priest doesn't have mass clears yet, so it takes like later on. Oh no, he did a mass clear. I still have 8 power on my board and he's still dead. This is what we like to call a -1, guys. Make all of our opponents uninstall the game. This is the task we've been given, chat. We don't question the task, right? We just yeah, we just have to do it. Alright, well, we have half the combo. We do the other half the combo, right? Buzzards. Where are the buzzards? I was promised buzzards, chat.
Reporting for duty.
Tragically, I don't have anything else I can do here. If we just don't draw buzzards, like this deck can just straight up die, you know? It's kind of important. We have 4 buzzards effectively in the deck, or more like 3.5 with the breeders. But it's like if we just don't draw them, Blizzard isn't helping you make people uninstall. Well, now they've been banning a lot of the botted accounts, so they actually are uninstalling a lot of the accounts themselves, actually. So now I feel like I'm working together with Blizzard. So, you know, everything's cool and you work together as a team. I should probably kill that. I really don't want a coin right now, but like, I mean, I don't. The issue is I also don't have any other plays, so I don't know. We'll find a play, right? I mean, I have this next turn, I guess. You're sad the bots are banned, now you have no excuse to losing to broken decks. True. You could say it and pretend anyway. I mean, some people have that as their brand now, so it probably works pretty well.
Fast is fine, but accurate.
The card seems very good very often. But in this case it is not very good. Well, there are a lot that they haven't banned yet. Well, no, it's kind of funny. I've spent probably more time than I should have thinking about this for reasons, but like the thing that's funny is like, I mean, there's obviously a lot of like previously botted accounts in Arena, like that's like very obvious, right? But like the thing that gets exaggerated by some people is that like I just don't think a lot of those accounts are actually several months is like I started realizing it's like most of these accounts are not accounts that people are actually like mass retiring on. They're just playing the game normally, relatively normally. That's the way it's felt to me. You face some that are like the most deliberate barcodes ever, but like most of them are just kind of, a lot of them just have terrible decks too. That is lethal.
The widow embraces me.
I owe you one.
I will drain. I must concede.
Goodbye, Paladin. Because it's funny, which I didn't even think about for a while, but it's like, if you're in China right now, because they shut down NetEase, and they probably shut down payment processing from Chinese companies, if you're in China, you probably literally can't buy anything in Hearthstone, even if you want to. This is something I never thought about until pretty recently, actually, but I was like, wait, they probably literally can't buy things, even if they wanted to. It's like the whole buying accounts and having multiple, like, it would start to make a lot more sense suddenly when you realize that. Because you face barcodes in Constructed too. You face the bots, obviously, but you also face people that have an account that was also previously a botted account in Constructed also. So
Hope you don't have two left feet.
By the holy light.
Power worth hungering for.
should we tell him we're gonna drain him, chat? Wait, he's not killing that? Excuse me, sir. Like, first of all, you should generally kill this as a roll, but second of all, you're not protecting your fucking Wind Fury, bro. On board. It's a terrible play. He's probably tilted by the fact that we have unbelievable bullshit. That's probably what's going on, actually. Which is understandable, actually. Because we do, in fact, have unbelievable bullshit. The breakpoint here is better, but do I still go for the bigger? I think I actually go for the smaller one. It's just the better breakpoints, because we're against a non-paying class and stuff. I could let him maybe play the 4 or 5 and then eat that. Why didn't he kill 2-3? Yeah, he really should have. I never expected, chat. Today he faced W2 Bill. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask how he runs today. He played Doc Holiday. You played Doc Holiday in 5 needs to concede in half a second. Were you facing the real one though? Because I faced fake W2 Bills also. You're not sure? If it was him, he was probably streaming. You could probably find the VOD. Or because when I faced him, I lost to a W2 Bill at 11 wins, but it was not him. But I checked the VOD immediately after, and he was at like 3-2 or something. So I was like, oh well. I checked his stream immediately after. A lot of accounts that just have the names of like Chinese streamers and stuff. I'm not entirely sure if it matters what we do at this point, to be honest. He hasn't generated a random spell, right? So he can't have... Like, if you do this and he has Keeper Strength, that's how you lose, but... He can't have Keeper Strength right now. Unless he drafted his deck a month ago. Wait, was it? Keeper Strength was banned last meta. It was pre-rotation, right? So, like, they can't even have a drafted one. It's not even allowed. It's not even possible. I think WTY Bill always plays on WTY Bill. Imagine being able to speak. I think he always plays on NA. And you like always play on EU, so. So hear me out. We keep all of this, and then this just always gives us Buzzard, right? I don't think it's guaranteed actually, but we just don't miss, right? We did it, we didn't miss. If we miss, we completely lose, but... You know, that's something that's starting to wear on me in this meta, is that I've faced like at least 6, maybe 7. I mean, you came in right when I lost to a holiday. I faced at least like 6 or 7 Doc Holidays today. Because you face so many shamans, and like a fourth of them probably have a fucking Doc Holiday, so Lost Pyres is nice. That might give us more buzzards. I think that might be the first time I've ever seen a buzzard actually get hexed.
My totems, my pretty totems.
It's actually pretty understandable. At least we got a beast that doesn't immediately die to AoE. That might help us. Problem is, if he has like a board clear and a second hex, I think we're already dead actually. I mean, Prison Yogg might save us though.
My pretties. My pretties. Mind if I roll need?
Like, I can't just play the 6, right? I kind of have to do this. Check one of these first. It doesn't really work right now. I need to kill all the damage, I guess, right? No buzzard and nothing playable. Yeah, him hexing that buzzard probably won him the game. Right, we seem pretty dead now. I mean, we have so many cards, but it's just the first time he has an answer to something. Like once I Mountain Bear and he hexes it, we're kind of fucked. He might just not be able to kill us. It's possible, but yeah, because now that Tauntaun ruins us, I probably am supposed to just... Problem is, like, a lot of this value is usually card draw, and that doesn't help us right now, but I probably don't have a choice, I just need to hope it does something.
My hand is full. My hand is full.
Nope. Instead we are dead. We might be early enough that we get another roll at it.
There is little time.
My hand is full.
The battle.
I just have to keep chaining taunts and just hope that he somehow never has a mass board clear. He probably has the neutral rush in his hand, the forge rush, because he has a forge card he hasn't been playing.
There is little time.
Turns out he had board clears. Can you do something other than draw cards, please?
I have endured enough.
That has to be the worst Yogg in history. We got 8 spells and they were all negative.
Versus throw. For doom have
I'll have to keep that in mind if I ever play as Shaman against a Hunter. It's like, because he really did just win the game automatically by hexing our buzzard. Keep in mind, it's like, if you actually play that, it's probably just the best strategy you can do. It's possible I'm just supposed to coin one of these.
repeat that. I smell an ambush.
I'm not that afraid of this thing this early, though. So...
This hand ain't big enough for the two of us.
So where I do this... So I could actually just coin Frostwing and kill this. But if I go like Buzzard, Jormonger, Broom, I have to do like... I don't really get the buffs anyway. Actually, it feels like it makes the most sense to just do this. Anyway, what this Ogre does. Next turn... I mean, I really want to play this next turn. I probably do this no matter what, actually. Okay, I may not even need a broom now.
Circle round.
In this spot, removing that guy is interesting, but I guess on board it kind of makes sense.
Let's give him a wolf welcome. Succumb.
It is the turn before Tumbleweed. He's pretty good. So much of our stuff has rush already, I don't really need the broom that badly, so. That removes a lot of damage, but that's not actually that good. Do I just hit him or do I can hit him or I can play Mountain Bear. Both plays probably win. I mean, I also have this thing buffed, so I could also just vomit all of this stats. Like, this is also like all Death Rattle stuff. It's a lot more damage too. Because even Tumbleweed doesn't deal with this. So we actually get... We have 7 damage through Tumbleweed. Oh, he can't even Tumbleweed. That's the other thing. So I think you do this because, like, I mean, Mountain Bear might get hexed, but what does he even do here? I don't even know. Ah, gets literally the best RNG possible. Nice. I mean, it technically could have dealt 1 extra damage here. Otherwise, that's actually... It's just annoying because this thing can control you. I don't know. I think I'll go for this. But you're asking why don't you weapon face there? Here's the thing about this meta, especially against the Shaman. Like, this is especially against the Shaman. You have to imagine that your opponent has about 25 more health than whatever their health shows as. Are you going to just weapon face when your opponent has 40 health? I didn't think so. Basically, right? Like, unless you're killing them, like, now. You just literally always have to assume they have, like, an extra 25 health.
I will drain you.
Because there's just so much healing. You don't just, like, try to weapon them down because you technically have enough damage. Like, sometimes you do if you have no other win condition, basically, but, like, you just don't really do that anymore. I literally faced this guy an hour ago, I'm pretty sure.
I will crush your defiance.
Pretty good hand, I think I'll keep that. I'd be wrong, I'm pretty sure I faced the same fucking guy facing the same deck. So I think it was also a Death Knight. Okay, no, I think I'm mistaken actually. Nah, that's a different name.
Is in my grasp.
Tracking their movements.
Let's give him a wolf welcome.
Okay! Random! Take the wheel. It's usually not ideal to rip Monkey on 3, but sometimes you don't have other plays, so. The problem with ripping Monkey on 3 is you're not actually very likely to get very many good plays, you pretty likely just miss a turn completely.
Wars to come.
Like my balls.
Prepare for the wars to come.
You can't exactly have Excavate because his hand is all legendaries. Unless he has Drilly. I was wondering, do I do this and do this, or do I just play this and like rush here?
You are prepared for the wars to come.
He must have completely... he must have completely whiffed. Is there any legendary that fucks us in this situation? I don't think so, right?
Threat detected. Dispatching battle.
Wars to come.
Such skill.
All life must end.
Welcome to the lesson of why you don't just rip Kobold on 3. But it's like, that's not even that much worse than expected value. Like, you really don't expect it almost anything playable if you just rip it on turn 3. That's kind of the problem. You'd be really good and you just hit like a bunch of like the Death Knight 4 drops or something. It's possible, but not very likely. I'm gonna just rip buzzards, hopefully. Alright, we hit one. It's a class that can't hex it, so that's good. That's the thing about Golden Kobold, is like a 3-mana 6/6 is good, but a lot of the time, transform your hand into legendaries is just bad. It's risky, it could improve your hand, but like more often than not, it's actually going to make your hand worse. I think I'm going to try to coin ball us by... Okay, never mind.
A good explorer comes prepared.
Actually, let's go ball as poor as coin. Coin room, right? So it lets me buff everything. Good luck, opponent. He's got hit by Krusty. Yeah, it's disgusting. It really sucks that when they ban stuff, they don't actually delete the decks that had them. Oh my god. I kind of get why they don't, but also it's like... Man, I don't want to be facing a card that got banned a month ago. Well, I think the best JR of Arena. But a lot of people, I mean, I think a lot of people would say it was like... It was actually when I wasn't playing Arena, because I was doing other games, doing other life things. Like, I think a lot of people would say the golden age of Arena was back in like 2016 or so, 2017. I didn't actually play the game back then. It's unfortunate. It would have been better for me too if I had actually been playing the game back then.
Stone fur is so soft.
Now I have Tremors.
Do I want to play Giant freaking Revenant, or do I want to... I mean, I actually kind of would want Revenant to eat the removal for the Rattlesnake. So I'm gonna do that, I guess. I mean, this is a welcome to current arena thing, but it's like when you not roll this hard, it doesn't really matter what the fuck you like. I could literally just completely randomize my plays as long as they fit my mana, and I would probably win this game. If you're being honest, trade, it actually just doesn't matter. There are a lot of games that are not like this, but there are also a lot of games where you could probably hand the game to your 3-year-old nephew and they would probably win it too. 3 might be a little extreme, like, because I mean, then they probably couldn't physically do it. 5 though, at 5, I'm pretty sure they could do it. I'm sure my opponent must have enjoyed their stay there. Well, the metas I played more, the ones that I found enjoyable, I mean, I liked like 2019 meta before they basically killed Arena. I liked like Skullman's time around there also. And I liked early Arena, I guess, back in the very early days, 2014-ish. There were a couple times in the last year or two that were good too, but
I will never serve.
you'd have to have Tempo Hunter. I saw someone have like a 12-0 Tempo Hunter also. It was like way more tempo than this deck. You can definitely go under people, but it's like you have to be very aggressive to go under people. I mean, that deck had like 6 1-drops. We have like... we don't have very many 1-drops in this deck. I actually think we wait though. It's quite annoying. I'm gonna have to let that just be a thing though.
That minion cannot fight yet.
Is the pool of players feeling significantly different? I haven't played enough to really tell you. I don't think I've been playing on EU recently, and EU doesn't feel that much different, honestly. From what I've seen from other people playing on NA, America server, it seems like NA got a lot easier. You say Dredge reports everyone? Well, he does, but also it seems like he faces like no barcodes now. You might think he still does, but you know, that's its own thing.
Stone fur is so soft.
I mean, there are a lot of people that also just literally see Chinese characters and they're just all like, oh my god. You know, they literally have like an internal struggle that people exist in another country or something, you know? So, I don't know what to say about that, but only America and Europe exist. Yeah. Pretty much. That thing's pretty annoying. I can kill with Markshot Elven Archer, but it's pretty painful to not get other shit rolling. I could also just like eat whatever this is gonna do to me and like just play this. I can't really do this like because I just don't have anything to do with it. This is also, I mean, this is gonna get bigger too. Probably good to let it get bigger. Doesn't do much. Guess I'll take a hat.
what a lack of introspection on one's internal biases does to an MFer. Well, I actually think, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna... I probably shouldn't say this much about it right now, but it's like, I honestly think a lot of people really, honestly just want a lot of, like, people that aren't from NA gone from the server, but it's like, it's kind of their server too at this point, so...
I'll give it a shot.
There are people that have purchased accounts from China, for example, but it's like also a lot of Chinese players are just better. Because a lot of Chinese players are actually used to competing with the purchase accounts too. And a lot of people just seem to like really just want all of that gone. But... which is understandable in some ways, but also it's like, you're also just asking like half of the players to just quit the game automatically. People tend to dislike people that are different from them. But... they also tend to in like a game like this, for example, people also tend to dislike people that beat them. So, you know, combine the two things. I want to just, I mean, I have so many bombs. I want to just keep dropping bombs. Do I just do this one? In hat. If I do the hat, he can hex this. But, I mean, if he was going to hex it, he probably would have done it already. I think we just want to... do this. Just playing around Tumbleweed wins here. Well, any play I do would play around Tumbleweed, right? I mean, the one thing is like, even if you do something like this, for example, it's like... you can do that, but you could also conductivity excavate. The thing about Shaman is like, if they have certain things, like you just can't really beat them, right? It's pretty annoying. It would have been better to have the other thing now. I guess to do both of these. Kill the biggest guy, just go face. Like, now Tumbleweed's like kind of a problem. Steal Finley? You mean give him an extra Finley? I'd rather not. I should do this too. Accept as well. We just have a little, like it's still a lot of pressure. He has to try to hold off. He has the mountain too. We get to try to deal 30 damage again until he plays another Walking Mountain, probably. I needed to like, what I have to do is try to run him out of answers, and then I can play the Kolgarn whenever he plays a threat, because he doesn't have any more answers, basically. It may not happen. He may just have more answers than we have threats. A lot of shamans do. I don't know if it's like selection bias. I don't know what that really would mean even. Like, the thing is that the most Chinese players are on America's server, but also the worst spotted server is Asia. So I was like, I don't get this back, right?
Vengeance is
It is what it is. It kind of is, yeah, it is what it is meta. Okay. I'm kind of confused. There was someone in my YouTube chat that knew who my opponent was somehow. Dude, I literally faced the same fucker like 5 games ago. At least I can pull up his deck list. Unfortunately, this guy had a holiday. So I have to just hope he doesn't fucking draw it this time. I don't have a lot of control of the outcome of this game. Kind of annoying. The only board clear he showed was don't stand in the fire, but he probably has a storm too. Or the other thing, we'll see. Just the same deck. Well, I could do if I wanted to, is I could play this turn, so that next turn I can do this. Yeah, force the big AoE. It did what it needed to, basically. Oh, he buffed that thing? It's fine, I guess. And he also didn't have the holiday this time.
A charming composition.
He gets the 2-drop. Is it the 2-mana spell? Is that good? Probably not, right?
candle much lighter.
If I don't hit this one.
Hey, give me that.
It's actually not that big of a difference. But
No time for games.
I should kill this spell damage actually. Tumbleweed fucking folklores. Oh, it doesn't folklore. We get a 5/5 still. He didn't show a tumbleweed last time. I know he did actually. He already showed it. We know he has tumbleweed already. He chose not to do it, so. Okay. Wait. It's not discounted, is it? Oh, fuck me. It's even worse. I mean, it's actually not worse, but it's not what I would have wanted, though. If he also has tumbleweed, we probably can't win. We'll see. Have to rely on this shit now. Okay, that's pretty good. He's running a Highlander deck as far as I know, so like we don't have to worry about tumbleweed or actually he didn't drop the other thing. So all shit we don't have to worry about anymore anyway. Oh, I'm like dead. Got no healing.
No time for games.
Okay. Second time we faced that guy this run. This time he didn't have the holidays, so I mean, he still had a better deck than us, but we were able to do it. And if you watch us on YouTube, hit all the buttons, you know, like, subscribe, comment. I don't know if, you know, yeah, do all the things, right? But we did it. I was looking for stalactite, and that was part of it, but couldn't find a better reason to do it in any other order. Actually, it might have been better to trade the 1/2 first, but I needed that 1 damage to go face, so I think it was probably right to do it that way. I couldn't calculate anything, but everything, but 330 gold, golden rune. Disastrous. Okay. Bye-bye, future YouTube.